This is my city map where every district is a different spell which gives that district a unique feeling. So for example, we have Mage Hand at the docks. Totally makes sense, lots of little mage hands acting like seagulls because the creators thought that it would be useful to have a lot of extra hands about, but they were wrong because they're wizards and they're not very wise. This district, the one that I've actually filled in, so every single one of these and then around the sides, there will be more streets that look like this. This is kind of the central government part. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is to show that I've put in all the big roads for all the different spell symbols and to prove that I'm not getting distracted. Distracted by what, you're asking? Well, I've been expanding my magic missile evolution tree. Yeah, I might be a nerd. This is the first time ever where I've mentioned it. I'm loving this. The basic idea is I've got this. This is the standard magic missile written out in one of the ways that we can write out our warlock spells. So right now I'm working on a warlock writing system. Each attribute of the spell is made up of individual aspects. So here we've got the level, school, area type, damage type, range, and duration of the spell. And every time we take a step along here, we change some of these aspects. There's some really cool things. For example, we can get Eldritch Blast, which I think leads to some very fun kind of hypotheses about magic in D&D. One of which I've been hypothesizing all the way back to my original theory of magic. The basic idea is that classes don't mean shit. You're all wizards in different ways. Wizards have to study and they have to learn how to kind of control the feeling of magic. Now, anyone could do that. It just takes a lot of time and dedication and education. But because of this, they have a certain level of control over the magic they can do, and that's why they have the best and biggest spell list. People like your clerics and your paladins, they're also doing this, but they're learning it through their faith rather than through strict education. So it is basically the same idea as the wizard, but the social framing is totally different. And people like warlocks are cheating and getting given the answers even if they haven't done the studying. This means they can cast a couple things that wizards can't because wizards haven't derived them yet, but it also makes them really vulnerable to their patron. If they ever leave, they lose the cheat sheet, they've not actually learned anything, and so they lose the ability to cast anything. I'm obviously still working on this quite a lot. I have a lot of space to fill out, so I'm going to be coming up with a load of ideas. But there are a few fun ones. Like here, you've got the unstable magic missile, and we've got the quasi-stable magic missile, which I imagine is something where it's like teleporting around, or maybe like going through walls at times, and might do a little bit of damage. It might do a huge amount of damage, but it's way more variable than the usual magic missile. Maybe it's like a D10 instead of a D4 for every bolt. Anyway, this is what I'm working on. I'm also working on this, and the writing system. Just stay tuned. I'm not a nerd, shut up. Have a lovely day, okay, bye. And I have a cold, that's why I sound like this.